I know, boys. Yeah! Good on you, Thomas Burgess! Good on you, Tommy! South Sydney! Yes! Yes! Go! Yes! South Sydney! South Sydney! South Sydney! South Sydney! South Sydney! Go! Go! Yes! 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 Go! Yeah! Yeah! Good on you, Joy! Let's go, boys! South Sydney! South Sydney! South Sydney! South Sydney! Go! Go! Yes! Yes! G'day, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, and welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Cody, and in today's video, I'm here to give you my third NRL team review draw of 2025 season. In today's video, we'll be doing our very first Queensland team and our next bottom 9 team, who finished in the bottom 4 this year. The second team we're going to go over regarding from the bottom 4. In today's video, we will be discussing the Gold Coast Titans 2025 NRL draw. So we have started with the first 2 videos with 2 Sydney teams. So I thought we'd take a break from Sydney teams and we'll start with a non-New South Wales team. And I thought, why not start with our first 4 Queensland teams, and we'll go with Gold Coast Titans. Now, Titans, they finished in 14th in the bottom 4 in 2024. Not a good season for the Titans, as they have been around the bottom 4, bottom 5-ish for the last couple of years now. So no improvements have made from the Titans, but they've have gotten a few good signings for 2025. So we'll see how they will go for next season. But anyways, before we get into the video, guys, I hope you guys have had a Merry Christmas as well. This video is being filmed on Boxing Day. I just took a few days off because obviously Christmas, celebrating in family and all that stuff. So today is Boxing Day, the day after Christmas Day. I hope you guys have had a very good Christmas day and enjoyed Christmas with your families. But anyways, guys, without further ado, before we get into the video as well, if you guys are new around here, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here, and turn on those bell notifications so you don't miss out whenever a video gets posted or whenever I go live on YouTube. Anyways, guys, without further ado, let's get into the Titans 2025 NRL season. And as well, this will be the last time I will be mentioning this, so we will go through every single game the Titans will be playing, how many days, what days they play on for each week, how many day games, night games, 5-day turnarounds, teams they play once and twice, and how many free-to-air games and their buys. But this will be the last time I'll be mentioning, so hopefully, guys, you do understand how this works. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into the 2025 Titans season. And we will start with the Titans. Their first game, or their first round rather, is actually not going to be a game. They have the audacity to be the first team to have the bye of 2025. So for round 1, they start off with the bye, and their first game won't start until 16th of March in round 2. And their first game will be against the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs at Belmore Sports Ground for a 6:15 kickoff on a Sunday night. So not a bad start for the Titans. Then they head back up for their first game on the Gold Coast at Seabus. We have the Titans first the Knights for a Saturday 7:35. Then the Titans will travel down to Sydney for the first time next year, or this year, obviously, because we're basing it on 2025. They will travel to Sydney for the first time this season, and they will play their first ever game at the new Allianz Stadium. So ever since it opened in 2022, the Titans have not played at the new Allianz Stadium yet, so it's good to see that they're finally playing at the new stadium. Obviously, they will take on the Sydney Roosters for a Friday 6 p.m. kickoff at Allianz. Then they head back up to Queensland for another for their first Queensland derby of 2025. Their first one in round 5 against the Dolphins at Seabus for a Saturday 5:30 kickoff. Then they head down to the Gong, so a bit of travelling for the Titans for the first few weeks for their away games. They would take on the Dragons at WIN Stadium for a Friday 6 p.m. kickoff. And matter of fact, the Titans have never won at WIN Stadium. That's their only venue they haven't won it yet, which is interesting. Proper NRL ground. Because I know some people will say something about like this other grounds they've been to before and they have won it, but blah blah blah. It doesn't matter. Anyways, round 7 back on the Gold Coast for a round 7 game against the Canberra Raiders for a Sunday 2 o'clock clash at Seabus. Then they will have their first away game in Queensland in round 8, their second Queensland derby, this time against the North Queensland Cowboys at Queensland Country Bank Stadium, tongue twister there in Townsville for a Saturday 5:30. Then Magic Ground, they will be playing day 3, and the first game to open up day 3 for Magic Ground, they will take on the Bulldogs. The Titans are the home team for this, for a 1:50 kickoff at Suncorp Stadium. And then round 10, they will travel down to Newcastle to take on the Newcastle Knights for the second time this season for a Friday 6 p.m. clash at McDonald Jones Stadium. Round 11, they will head to Canberra for a Sunday 4 o'clock clash against the Raiders. Raiders vs Titans for a Sunday 4 o'clock, free to air. Round 12, they will have their second bye of 2025. Round 13, they'll be fresh off the bye to take on the Melbourne Storm at Seabus for a Saturday 3 o'clock clash. Then they will play their third and final Queensland team they haven't played yet. They will take on the Broncos at Suncorp Stadium for a Saturday 7:35. So the Titans have not played any of the Queensland teams twice by that point. Then Titans will head down back to the Gold Coast at Seabus for a Friday 8 o'clock free to air clash against the Sea Eagles. So interesting that they put this game for a free to air. I guess it's because with that there's Hasler and stuff, and this will be the only time these two will play as well. So Titans versus Manly, Friday night, free to air, or prime time 8 o'clock kickoff. That's interesting. Then the Eagles will travel back down to Sydney. The Titans will travel back down to Sydney for a 6:15 clash against the Eels at CommBank Stadium, Sunday 6:15. They've got quite a few of them this year. And Titans are back on the prime time again, this time against the North Queensland Cowboys for a Sunday 4 o'clock at Seabus Super Stadium. And round 18, they will play their third and final bye. And then they've got 9 games to finish off the season. For round 19, they will play their brothers, or I guess their closest team, just up a bit hour up the road. They would that's Seabus, but whatever. They will take on the Broncos for a 6:15 kickoff Sunday night. Quite a few Sundays, I know I've mentioned that. And then round 20, they head to Leichhardt Oval, and they will take on the West Tigers for a Sunday 2 o'clock clash. And then they will head over to New Zealand across the ditch. They will take on the Warriors for a Saturday 3 o'clock kickoff, 5 o'clock over there at Mount Smart Stadium. I'm sick of hearing Go Media Stadium. Round 22, they head back up to Queensland at Seabus to take on the Panthers for a Saturday 3 o'clock at Seabus. Round 23, still at Seabus. This time they are taking on my team, the South Sydney Rabbitohs, in round 23. So they're finally not playing them in round 14. Last 3 seasons, we have played the Titans in round 14 for 3 consecutive years. All at Seabus as well, funny enough. And this game, I will be travelling up to Seabus for the first time ever. So this should be an interesting game. But I already know we've dominated the Titans. We've won there since 2012 against versing them, and we haven't lost there since 2009. That is nuts. So Sunday 2 o'clock. Interesting to see how the heat will be up there for it. Round 24, they will play their final team they haven't played yet, either once or only once. They will take on the Sharks at Shark Stadium for a Saturday 3 o'clock, and that will be their final time in Sydney for 2025, sorry. Then Titans are back up on the Gold Coast against the Warriors for a Saturday 5:30 clash. Round 26, they will take on their final Queensland team in the Queensland Derby Sunday, 4 o'clock prime time against the Dolphins at Suncorp. And then the last round, they will take on the West Tigers at Cbus Super Stadium. So let's say end off with a home game. They will take on the West Tigers for a Saturday 5:30 to finish off their regular season and probably make the finals, but we'll have to see about that. Alright, so now we will go over what days they play for each round, how many day-night games, teams they play once, twice, top 8, top 4, bottom 9, and 5-day turnarounds as well. So let's go through the rest of it. So we'll start off with the buys, obviously. I know I do mention the buys in the draw, but in case if you guys do forget, I will repeat it once again. So their buys for 2025 as followed. Round 1, round 12, first origin affected. Or was it round 11? It's one of them two is origin affected. Round 12 is their second buy, and round 18 is their third and final buy. So not bad for the Titans for their buys. Now for what days they play. No Thursday games this year. They don't usually play on a Thursday. Quite rarely they do. They will have 4 Friday games, 10 Saturday, and 10 Sunday games. So equal games on the weekend, which is pretty good to see. With day and night games, this one is a bit tricky. So, but I've gone with half and half. I've gone with 12 day games, 12 night games. Now, obviously, some of them might be classified either as a night or day game on certain conditions, but with a few games, when they play 5:30 up at Gold Coast, or like on the Gold Coast, especially in the early rounds of the season, like they've got one game at 5:30 for a Saturday 5:30, Titans versus Dolphins. That's 5:30 our time. They'll still be 4:30 up there because that will be the day before daylight savings ends. So this is technically counted as a day game. But if you want to classify it as a night or twilight game, if you live in Queensland, go ahead. And then also you got some of the 5:30 games that could be count as a night or day. And then they play the Warriors in New Zealand as well in the last few rounds of the season, and technically this could be classified as a day game because I think by that point, even when it's 5 o'clock over there might be still a bit of sun before it goes down, but whatever you guys decide. But I've gone with 12 day games, 12 night games, quite even. I think it's fair if it is quite even, but even so, they will only have one 5-day turnaround, so they're very lucky they haven't got 2 or 3 like the Rabbitohs. Now for teams they play each time, so top 8, they will play the top 8 teams from this year 11 times. The top 4 times, so they'll play the Storm, Panthers, Sharks, and the Roosters all once. So that will be interesting to see how they go. And also over a period between round 22 and round 24, so for 3 consecutive rounds, or rather over across a few rounds, they will play the top 4 during the last part of the season, which is the Panthers and Sharks around 22 and 24. So that's going to be quite tough. And then then they're playing Melbourne and Roosters early on as well. So it'll be interesting to see how that happens. Bottom 9 teams, so the teams that didn't make the top 8, 13 times, and then the bottom 4, which is the Rabbitohs, Eels, West Tigers, and themselves. Obviously, they can't play themselves twice. They will play the bottom 4 a total of 4 times, playing the Tigers twice, Eels, and the Rabbitohs once. So that's all their teams that they're playing in total. And then the teams that they play once and twice, I'll start with the teams who they play twice. So they will play the Knights, the Dolphins, the Tigers, West Tigers, Bulldogs, Cowboys, Raiders, Warriors, and Broncos twice. I mean, they usually play all Queensland teams twice anyway. So spoiler for the other Queensland videos when they come out. And then teams they play once. So Dragons, Panthers, Roosters, Storm, Rabbitohs, Sea Eagles, Eels, and the Sharks. So mainly playing the Sydney teams once, and the rest of the non-New South Wales teams they play mainly twice. So overall, Titans have got a good draw, but I can see it can be a bit hard for them, especially just after when Origin period finishes, when they have to play the Sharks and Panthers within a three-week period, and that includes a game against the Rabbitohs. And they've lost 9 in a row against, or 10 in a row against us since 2016, which is nuts to see. And free-to-air games, the Titans will have 4 free-to-air games across 2025. So they've got one of the lowest prime time fixtures out of any team. But obviously, they usually play day games on the weekend. It is what it is, and that's what it is to expect. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap up the video there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss out when a video gets posted. Anyways, guys, I'm getting out of here. I hope you've had a Merry Christmas. Enjoyed Boxing Day. 2024 is coming to an end in just a few short days, and then 2025 will be starting next Wednesday. But I'll still keep posting these videos when I get the chance to. We've got 3 down, 14 to go. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel. Anyways, see you all in the next one.